that I think everyone may be familiar with, especially during the pandemic, is we've seen the growth of telehealth. So can you kind of walk through, how does Owlet position itself in the growing telehealth market, and what does that market opportunity kind of look like in terms of dollars?
Yeah, there's 92 million healthcare visits in the first 4 years of life alone. That excludes pregnancy, which is the next, we're launching the Band, which is our pregnancy tracker this year. But there's 92 million healthcare visits in the first 4 years of life. And what's really interesting about these visits is that, the majority it's different than right? Like if I get a fever, I don't go immediately into the doctor. But if my child gets a fever and it goes above 103, it doesn't matter what time of day, I'm going to go check and make sure that they're okay. And so there's a lot of utilization of healthcare in this early phase of life. A big reason why you end up taking your newborn baby into the ER in the middle of the night is because you just don't have access to that information and that data. We're seeing a new trend with telehealth happen, especially among new parents with COVID. Nobody wants to take their baby in for those urgent visits unless it's really, really serious. And so we're seeing the adoption of telehealth accelerate. And we believe that telehealth is becoming commoditized, meaning that any doctor can use any platform, and so can any consumer. So what really matters is who owns the relationship with the customer, who really can engage with the customer. Owlet parents are opening up the app 8 times per day. We have data that we believe can predict when a baby might need a telehealth consult. And so we believe Owlet's in this perfect position to rather than having the parent go into the ER in the middle of the night, that morning say, hey, looks like, Jimmy might need a little bit of help. Do you want to talk to one of our professionals? And we think that's a big opportunity. That's phase 1. We'll integrate a partner. Phase 2, as we get FDA clearances and we start to build some of these opportunistic screenings, is to be able to actually help doctors close the loop at home and leverage the data to diagnose.
Perfect. So, you touched on it briefly earlier, international, which sounds like, part of the reason why this SPAC was chosen, Sandbridge Acquisition, ticker SBG. Talk a little bit about Owlet right now. Where, are your sales currently based, and how do you grow this brand internationally, into new markets?
Currently, we're United States, Canada, and Australia. We've just started scaling into Europe this year, and so it's a big growth area for us. There's more babies born in Europe than the United States. There's 4 times as many babies born in Asia than the United States, and so it's a big international market. It's a big opportunity. What we'll do is we'll start with Europe, we'll expand into Europe, and then we'll start with Korea and Japan, and then eventually work our way into China.
Perfect. And then, turning back to the U.S., home market, in the presentation, it talks about, growing distribution. So already in some Walmart stores, Best Buy, Target, and available on Amazon. But mentioning future opportunities of, additional Walmart stores, Costco, and Sam's Club. Owlet's already an award winner. It's a well-known brand. How do you, kind of break through the entry here to get into additional stores? And could going public, really help with that process?
Yeah, one of the stats we love to share is that, Owlet's market penetration is actually deeper in Middle America than the coast still, which is really interesting. Nebraska, for example, 20% of babies born in Nebraska use an Owlet Smart Sock, which is pretty incredible. If you were to extrapolate that across the United States, that alone would drive over $1 billion in revenue with our existing products. So there's a big opportunity to just deepen penetration. We did a test with Walmart last year that went really well. We exceeded sell-through expectations by 50%. We know that Owlet resonates in Middle America, and we actually do fairly well on the income distribution. And so it's a really exciting opportunity. We're in about 3,500 doors right now. We believe there's another 5,000 doors to move into with Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club. And then eventually, as we start to get clearances and integrate telehealth, we think pharmacy could be a big opportunity as well with Walgreens and CVS.